Somehow, in spite of everything, you're here. Somehow, in spite of everything, you're here. And somehow, I'm here today. That's the power of resiliency. Life is not going to be unicorns and rainbows. Life is not going to be a straight line. Life is filled with challenges, and we have to overcome the challenges. And God puts us in these positions. God installs the power of resiliency, because when you're forged in the fire, when you overcome the pain, that's where greatness is born. You could all write, I am here, in the comments. If you're here, of course you are. You're still here. You're still going. There's a tremendous power within resiliency. The matrix world we live in, you actually need this. It's not about perfect in this matrix. It's about resiliency. And when you overcome an inopportune conditions and you perform at your finest, the will beats the skill. And when you have the will to do something, that something is going to be tremendous. Yeah. Outstanding. It's outstanding that I'm literally here right now. This is a message about resiliency. I am absolutely grateful if you would kindly smash the like button and share this video for your Uncle Mike today. We show up every day, even if we don't feel like showing up. There's a power in just showing up. You have to hear the term, you have to be in it to win it. There's power in just showing up. Accumulation over time in just showing up. And you never know. Heck, this could be a viral world famous video today. And if I sat on the couch and I didn't get it together, no one would ever get this message today. So I'm grateful for that. I'm in tremendous pain right now, but I'm still here. Sometimes we have to do things in spite of. When you go through a pullback, it actually ignites an attitude of gratitude. You know, on my journey right now, I pulled my back and I could barely move. And it took me a tremendous amount of energy just to set this up and just to get in this position. And you could actually get motivation from other people. There's a story about this hockey player that he destroyed his back and he had to get in the game. And his teammates put the skates on and they lifted him up because he couldn't bend, and they just lifted him up and they pushed him out on the ice and he played the whole game. So when you hear stories like that, you're like, you have to focus. So like, I'm here right now for a period of time, and then we lie down and go nappy poo afterwards. So hit the like button if this is an authentic video. So when I hear that, it's like sometimes we always do things to give motivation for others, and then we take out the accountability mirror and you say, well, you know what? If they can do that, I can do this and get through it. And it gives us an attitude of gratitude. You know, I'm a person that's very active, and you know, God puts you in a position so you actually maybe you take it for granted, and it actually just to, you know, maybe stand up, maybe standing up you take for granted, and then all of a sudden it hurts just to simply stand up, knowing that, you know, you might like exercising, you might like riding the bike and certain things, and you know, that's taken away from you for a period of time. And there's a lot of reflection on when things are taken away from you for a period of time, because it really builds an attitude of gratitude. When something is taken away, when you can't move, when you can't do what you normally do, you know, you might go on your journey and you might, you know, bump yourself or hurt yourself, and you can't do things that you normally do. You might, get into, so you made a decision to take on this job, and now you're stuck in this job and you have to report to this job and you have to go to the building and you're like, oh, I'd rather be doing something else. And your freedom was taken away for a period of time. You might have signed up for a relationship with the covert narcissist, and all of a sudden you're stuck in this relationship and you're not free. And your freedom might be taken away for a period of time. Could be a job, could be a relationship, could be a situation. And then all of a sudden you're free. I'm free. Write that down. I am free. And then you're free from the situation, and then an attitude of gratitude. All of a sudden you have great, just the things that you normally took for granted. Now all of a sudden you have such an attitude of gratitude for these things. Dealing with this issue right now, this very tight, listen, we all pull things and tweak things. And it reminds me of the past and dealing with lower back issues. This is a big reminder, and I'm doing this in this energy right now so everyone gets this, the lower back, and that's your support. And there was a time period, I went through a lot of stress. I know there's a lot of people that are new to the channel. But if you are able to overcome things, all right, that's where the power lies. You might go through a circumstance that takes your finances away, and you have to sit with it for a couple of months. And the lower back, that represents your support and that tightness. You might be dealing with a narcissistic relationship, and there's constantly curves and swerves, and you're constantly tightening up. You're tightening up, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize you're constantly like tightening your lower back if you've experienced any of these things. And to feel this right now, this is done. This is an acute thing, not a chronic thing. But the pain that is here is reminding me of that time. So, reflect on your life. Maybe you go through times where you're constantly bracing for impact. You don't know when the next thing is coming, and you're constantly bracing and you're tightening your lower back. You might, you don't know that root area, the root chakra, that's your support. All right. You don't know, you're in uncertainty when it comes to your finances, and you're tightening your lower back. When you go through these periods, God puts you there and let you sit with it. Let it marinate. But when you go through this, it brings forth a newfound attitude of gratitude for things that you don't realize. And listen, it's all subconscious programming. So we go through things on a daily basis, and we do take things for granted. And then when it's taken away, God takes it away for a period of time. You have a newfound gratitude for it, and it actually amplifies your energy and that resiliency that you put forth to overcome it. And you could see how abundance flows from it. You could hit 888 abundance. So God has given us the power of resiliency so that we can collect our abundance this year. 888 this year, all day long. Because I have been refined in the fire. You could take a bad situation like this, be a transmuter. That's what you have to do. You have to overcome and embrace the resiliency. Focus for a period of time. So what I need to do right now, I needed to focus all my strength. And I said I could focus for a handful of hours of the day. And then when I'm done, then I could rest, and I'll shut it down the rest of the day and rest and heal and get better. So we have to know this on our journey. If something is important to you, it's important. This is important to me. And that's why I'm grateful when you guys all hit that like button, break the like button, hit the like button. I appreciate that. But when something is important to you and people see it, so you have to put an emphasis on it. When you make something your priority, when you put your effort towards something, that's long-term success. That's the foundation that we've been talking about. If you're new to the channel, check out the channel page. Could just smash my face, that little circle of my face, just smash me in the face, and go over to the channel page and watch the previous videos on that first playlist. That foundation has been built. Now that we have a foundation like that, you're able to do this. with ease. It's not really ease, but it's painful. We go through the pain, but it's easier to do things. You know, I always share about my very first video. I could not do that in that condition, in the condition right now. But now once you become like a well-oiled machine, once you keep practicing, once you built the neuroplasticity, you've built the neural pathways in the brain. It's like riding a bike, and then you could focus. You have to have pinpoint focus. So say right now, the only thing I had to focus on was being on right now and getting this done. So what God does, God gives you a narrow focus so you have laser pinpoint accuracy. We've been using this term a lot on this channel. Do you have laser pinpoint accuracy for your goals and dreams? Write it in the comments. So God takes things away. So we have narrow focus. We have laser pinpoint accuracy. So we focus do you want it? So then you go forth and you get it. And sometimes other things can be a distraction. And that's why, you know, we've shared a video about how, you know, people that are chosen, people that are doing the work of God, you know, you might find yourself with a limited amount of people so you could stay focused. Some people are not people, they're distractions in disguise. Okay, on the channel page, we have a world famous video. God says we don't have time. You don't have time for distractions. I don't know if distractions are showing up right now on cue, right? Isn't that interesting how that works? Narrow pinpoint focus. When you go through this, you have 10-fold blessings. We're going 10x. You go 10x when you have resiliency. You get 10 times the value. 10 times, isn't that interesting? You get 10 times the value. So you really want to stay focused on what you are creating. And God gives us these little pullbacks, a little bump in the road to make sure we are focused. It's your training. And this brings forth the phrase that we have shared, driven, beyond motivated, driven. That's how you know God is flowing through your DNA. The God consciousness, the God energy, the Christ energy is flowing through your DNA. Beyond motivated, driven. If you didn't see that one, I will make sure I'll put that in the upper left-hand corner for you guys at the end of this video. Motivation is a level. Driven is beyond, even beyond motivated. Like some people are motivated. Motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. It was one of my first videos. And it lasts think about that. That's how we differentiate. There's a big differentiation between the pretenders and the real ones. Once again, there's a major differentiation between the pretenders and the real ones. Smash the like button if that resonates. Smash the like button if you're beyond motivated. You're driven now. Never dim your light to make others comfortable. You will be resilient. I had to go through a lot of resiliency points. Never dim your light. Weak people want you to dim your light because your strength and power makes them feel uncomfortable. I want you all to write it down, write it in the comments, write it on a piece of paper, hang it on the wall. People might not like this. They might not like you. You're resilient. You're doing things. You're overcoming. Never dim your light to make others comfortable. Period. Deborah Cribb. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate that very much. We're all here today. Yeah, never dim your light to make others comfortable. You know, I have specific ideas and goals and dreams and things that God is molding me and telling me what to do. I know what I need to do. You can't put me in a box, okay? A lot of people that have been on this journey for a while, you can't put Uncle Mike in a box. Mike is everywhere. Your Uncle Mike is everywhere, right? I reach many different communities. We're like communities within communities. Does that resonate with you? You know, certain people, they might be more, say, religious, more spiritual, more everyday lifey. like your Uncle Mike. I don't limit myself. Now, in a sense, what does that do? That can maybe throw off the quote-unquote algorithms. That might throw off gaslighting people in the comment section. You need to say everything the way that I believe it. Otherwise, I don't like you. If you don't agree with everything I say, I don't like you. Does that resonate with you? You can hit the starbursts or the laughing emojis if you're live and you see people like that. These are fake people. These are fake friends. If you're a content creator, you can't bow down to these people. You got to keep going. You got to have resiliency, okay? It lasts the test of time. It's resiliency. Who cares? Okay? I don't like this. I don't like what you said. Okay, then don't watch it. Don't watch it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep going because I was resilient, because I kept showing up. Okay? Even in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. Am I performing at my finest right now? Even though I have tremendous pain? You have to keep going. Do it live. Put your life on a billboard. A lot of people don't have the guts to do it because they're fake people. Put your life on a billboard. A wise man once said, I love that man. That's where the power lies. The power lies in consistency, resiliency, and authenticity. If you click on the channel page and you're subscribed, that video will pop up right in front of you. The answer's right in front of you. Today we focus on resiliency. There are energy themes you have to stay focused on. It's not a who I am. It's not a secret. Well, if you want to take it to the next level, some of you remember that video, right? It's not a secret. Resiliency is key in being successful. You want to be successful, you got to be resilient. Yeah, and okay, maybe we don't have, so find a way to make laser pinpoint accuracy and put it right there. Put it on something that means what's important to you. Building long-lasting relationships, whatever they are, however they might form. Again, people try to put, oh, this is this relationship, put it in a box. No, the quality, that's why we're here, okay? We have great people. We have loyal people. And that's the problem in the world right now. The way that the instant gratification, the narcissistic energy. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Do you know that energy? Okay, here on this channel, we're here to present from a place of authenticity. We're here to make you a better version of yourself. This is a self-empowerment channel. And if you're getting triggered, you know, and listen, I'm telling you, listen, your Uncle Mike reads the comments. There were people that didn't, and they hung in there. And now they're saying, you know what, I'm grateful. And sometimes we need a little tough love. Sometimes we got to look in the mirror. Sometimes we'll find the problem when we look in the mirror. That's where the power lies. Are you being resilient? Are you overcoming? Or you just shut it down? You know, I think of that hockey man. Like 5 of his teammates had to stand him up, okay? He couldn't bend his back. But I guess in hockey, you don't have to bend that far down. They put the skates on him. They resurrected him like Frankenstein going straight up. And they pushed him onto the ice, okay? And he played an entire hockey game. And he couldn't bend his back, okay? So when you hear a story like that, then you have to get up and you have to get going, okay? There was a guy on YouTube, all right? And he has that world famous video that some of you see as a trailer. Sometimes you have to get up and get going. And only you will have that spark. That is beyond motivated. That's the driven. Write it in the comments. I am driven. When you're driven, you get it done. You can get it done. And I'm here to motivate you to get it done. the trials, the tribulations, the overcoming things. Sometimes you have to strip your life down to a clean slate. That's what God wants you to do. And I've done it. Sometimes in the inopportune conditions, you build a legacy. This is about legacy. This is about seeing the truth. This is about being beyond motivated. This is about not fitting into societal norms. This is about the Sigma. And that's the power. That's the true power, is in the Sigma. Crypto Oldie, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for always being here. I really appreciate it. Narrow focus, laser pinpoint accuracy, knowing that you have the ability to do things that nobody else can do. As I adjust myself. No pain, no gain. The greatest things, okay, are the path less traveled is the path of value. Regardless of what happens from, say, this video, please continue to smash the like button. I'm so grateful if you hit that like button and it sends a message. This is the truth here. This is what we need to do. If I just sat, you know what, I'm just going to put it, I'm in pain. Can't do it. Nothing comes of that. You got to be in it too. I shared this, okay, to people that I just, coach up inspirationally for working out. I say, all you got to do is walk through that door. You look at the gym door. Look at the gym door. All you have to do is walk through the door. That's your only goal. Ready? Your only goal. Say how can Uncle Mike motivate me to be pumping in the gym, to get my physical health in point, okay? All you have to do is get through the door. That's it. Because I guarantee you, once you get through the door, you're going to do something. And that's more, that's something, that's plus 1%. That's what I share about on this channel. That's the authentic growth. Not everything's going to be perfect overnight. That's plus 1%. Getting through the door is plus 1%. Because you're going to pick up something. You're going to do something once you get, you're not going to just, maybe someone will just turn around. That's all you have to do is show up. Sometimes you have to just show up. There's a tremendous power in just showing up. I didn't have many people that I looked up to growing up besides my dad. My dad was my hero. That's the problem in this world right now. People are looking at false idols on the TV, all these people. And again, they're all good people. I'm going to talk about one in a minute. But who are your true idols? Who are the true people that show resiliency? I looked at my father. That's who molded me. I always remember the lessons that my father taught me for now. But there was a guy, Derek Jeter. You might know Derek Jeter. You know Derek Jeter? And there are certain people that everyone just, for some reason, like, especially with athletes, you get like some people like them, some people don't. But it seemed everyone kind of embraces Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was never, hitting, 90,000 home runs. But he showed up every single day. He showed up when it counted the most. 6th all-time in hits. Think of all the hundreds of thousands of baseball players. He's number 6 all-time. And if he didn't hurt his shoulder, he probably would have been 5 or 4, those that follow baseball. And when did he show up? He showed up the most. When did he hit? If you look at percentages, when did he hit the most home runs? In the World Series. What's the most important time? The World Series. What did he win? World Series MVP. You got to show up when it counts. That's when you have to perform. Hit the like button if this is the truth. Hit the like button if you're here to be resilient. Showing up every day. Keep moving forward. And think about that. Number 6 all-time in hits. And along with that, missing a good portion of a year because of a shoulder injury. Who knows what that, these things throw off. And showing up when it counts the most. Be resilient. Embrace what God has given. This is a power. This is literally a power. It is the power of resiliency. That's your opinion, Julie. That's your opinion. That's not true. I'm a big believer in certain things you could hurt yourself, but even if you're walking, running, you must do some kind of movement. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. I don't care if you walk around the block. The waters of the body need to flow. One of my first videos, this is the energy. You have to move. You have to stay in motion. Regardless of what it is. One of the greatest, I guess, gifts I gave my sister was a Fitbit. And she tracks her steps and she walks and she does all these things. It doesn't matter what, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to lift the world. And I'm sharing authentically. So as I learned as a boy from another great person, my Nana, there's a time for this and a time for that. So there's a time when I go to the gym and I just destroy everything. But if I were to do it today, then I would be doing the wrong thing. Today's a day of rest. Rest and digest, right? Rest and digest. You have to know. If you want to move to a higher level, the clairs that I talked about yesterday in the video, you have to have a knowing. Know when to act, know when to rest. Know when to forgive, know when to walk away. Not everything, you don't paint everything with a broad stroke. There are many people out there that just paint with that's not how it works. There's a time for this. Okay, now I do this. You have a feeling. You have a knowing. There's an inner knowing. Listen to your gut. Listen to your energy points. Listen when you need to rest. Today I know I need to rest. But I could focus my energy for a moment in time. And this is just something that I've always excelled at. Just like Derek Jeter excelling in the World Series. You have to focus all your energy. This is the lights are the brightest. This is the important aspect of the year. This is the important aspect of the day. If I take today, this is my most important aspect, is doing this. 9 a.m. Eastern. If you're new to the channel, 9 a.m. Eastern, we have a daily video. Sometimes it's a premiere, sometimes it's a live. 9 a.m. Eastern every single day. Just keeps going. There's a power in just showing up. There's a power when you do things in spite of. There's a difference when you're just handed something. It doesn't last. But when you do things in spite of, if you overcome the obstacles, you're training. Like Rocky. Think about how strong Rocky had to get to fight Drago. He trained in Russia alone in the wilderness. That was your wilderness season. If you're new to the channel, a video on the channel page, why God puts you in isolation. You're training to fight Drago in the cold in Russia. Embrace this now. Embrace it. Now's the time. When you're not put in a box, you could expand everywhere. And that's what we do here. It's not an easy path, especially in this world where there's so much separation. We don't want to be separated. We want to be together. Regardless of your background, regardless of where you are, we could all become empowered. We could all become a better version of ourselves. That's our everyday lives. I love each and every one of you. Focus on the power of resiliency now. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm grateful for all of you. We are rapidly growing every single day. This must be a powerful message, as the live chat has disappeared again, but I do love you all. Stay focused. Laser pinpoint accuracy. Sometimes God takes things away for a short period of time so you could embrace an attitude of gratitude, so you could be refined, so that you could become a professional at overcoming it. So now it is your goal to teach others. You might be driven to show others the way. You are a way shower. You are a first or second wave of volunteer, right? We come in as waves, and we are a wave, and we're going to be helping out the wave behind us, and we're just constantly moving forward. And some people aren't ready. That's okay. I've seen it on the channel. Oh, last year I didn't. We're just waves. Whenever we're ready. We're already ready already. I love you all. Grateful for all of you. And please, I'm so grateful if you hit the like button today. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit that little notification bell. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You'll get a little notification on your phone, like a little text message to tell you that we're on. You can be part of the live chat. And such a great support, especially today for your Uncle Mike. If you could share the video, just hit that little share button, that little arrow, and share it to a friend that maybe needs to hear this. Learn about resiliency. It's going to change your life when you embrace resiliency. The conditions are not always going to be perfect. No one and nothing is perfect. The greatest power in the universe is within being authentic. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love you all. Bye for now.